We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, happy Thursday to you. Man, oh man, do we got a good one for you guys today. Hello, I'm Stuttering Craig. Hi, Blabs. How are you?
Hi! I just unmuted myself because I was coughing. Hello! I'm so smooth.
You literally were like,
Yeah, because I was like, and then I was like, oh, boop! Hi, everybody!
Can you save your coughs till after the intro, Blabs?
I don't think you can, like, not cough. You just like,
You know, I can't see you on the, like, Phoenix has controls of the twisted and tweaking on the back end, and so previously I could see when you were in a
ready to
presumptuous
go.
situation, right? But now Phoenix can do it. So Phoenix, I implore you, back end master. Sounds awkward.
Yep, that's what they call me on Wednesday evenings, the back end
right.
master.
We'll get to you in a second, back end master. Whenever you see Blabs in a presumptuous situation, feel free to just put her on camera at any
You
time.
got
Okay,
it.
thanks.
On it.
Speaking of back end master, let's bring in our wonderful, crazy Fox lady today. Hello, Kirsha.
I'm awake! Yay!
Yay! Hey, and you don't have Tourette's this week again, which is
No,
wonderful.
I have managed to fix the tracking issues by doing absolutely nothing. So, you know, that's I hope it doesn't break again.
That's very technology of it. You know,
Very much so. I hate
just-
technology.
It's the best and the worst.
Man.
That's the truth.
I hooked up my laptop to the TV last night so that I could play video games on my TV. And when you switch to HDMI, do you remember in the past when you would switch your TV to like a setting where it would have your console hooked up to it and it would just switch to it? You know, it'd be like instantaneous, maybe a
Yeah.
black screen for like a
yeah, a
second.
little blip.
Yeah, now there's like a loading screen where it has to like think about if your device is actually attached via HDMI, and it took like 30 seconds. I was like, are you kidding me? How did they manage to fuck this up of all things?
Weird.
It's you know, we had things going so well, and then they ruined it. They just had to find a way to fuck it up.
Yeah, all
Just-
these, like, smart TVs aren't actually all that smart, are they?
No, I want to go back to the dumb TVs. They work much better.
I try not to get, like, the smart TVs and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't need this crap anyway.
we kind of peaked at the cordless remote control, and then from there it's kind of been downhill after that. You know, like really, you know.
I also really have to wonder if everybody, like, it was a trope that you just lose your remote constantly to the point where, like, people were trying to put, like, Velcro and shit on their remote so they could keep them into place. Who decided that we need to make remotes smaller and smaller and smaller as the years go on if they're already easily losable? Like, the remote is, like, a fourth of the size of my phone. I'm going to lose this at some point, and it's never going to be found again.
So I have an Amazon Fire Stick, and that thing, it's without fail. I've probably spent $300 on freaking Fire Sticks because I lose the remote. Like those freaking remotes, they go between the wedges of your couch. They'll get lost under whatever. Like they're black, so they blend in. You can't see. Like it's a pain in the fucking ass.
I just don't understand it, man. As like every new product is just more and more anti-consumer.
Well, speaking of being a pain in my fucking ass, let's go to the hood and welcome in Phoenix.
Back end master.
The back end master. What up, my
Oh,
ookie
yeah.
cookies? How y'all doing? Woo.
Let's go.
My NWA back end master.
There he is, everybody. It's I knew you were waiting on him, but he's finally here. Good to see you, Phoenix. How's everything going with you?
Good, thank you. How y'all doing?
Man,
Man.
we're okay, I guess.
Yeah, all right.
Trying to figure out how Cracker Barrel's going to recover after.
I've
after the
never even
disastrous Rebrand.
been. I never got to witness the whole thing.
Well, now you
First, they
no
came
reason
for
to
the
go.
Indians and removed them from the land, and I did nothing because I was not an Indian. And then they came for the black people and removed them from the maple syrup and the rice, and I did nothing because I was not a black people. And now they have removed the cracker from the barrel.
Preach, Kirsha. Preach. Preach, woman. That's good. Yes. Well, we're going to spend some time talking about the Cracker Barrel situation, which, my God, it always comes back to the white woman every single time.
Every time.
Every freaking time it comes back to the white woman. So we got that. We have all of the fun stuff today. We got a big show. Kirsha's here. It's going to be a great show. We know it's going to be a great show. It's going to be awesome. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We'd love for you guys to join us. We're live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. You can hit the subscribe button on YouTube, on a Rumble. You can follow us over on Kick. You can find us over on Twitch. You can listen to the show or watch the show video form over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're fucking everywhere, which is great. We're not fucking everywhere, but we're everywhere. Freezing, what?
Phrasing.
Yeah, I know. I caught myself, which is good. Hey, coming up really, really soon, like in just like about 8-9 days, we got the big event.
Soon.
King of the Cart is coming for our Plus members over at Side Scrollers Plus. The pre-show available for everybody, which is just spectacular over on wherever you're watching. But the actual show will be available for our members over at Side Scrollers Plus. Very much looking forward to having everybody down there. We have been slowly but surely trickling out all of our various contestants. And today we have a brand new contestant, which we're going to be welcoming very, very soon in about 5 seconds. You can see the list of them right here, which is great. You can see Blabs, our returning champion from King of the Couch. Garrett, Quarter Black Garrett is returning. Flawed, Mo, Alex Stein, Kirsha, is returning to compete.
He will understand my spanking reference this time. Tucker Carlson's bastard son. I'm disappointed that he didn't get it the first time.
Yes. Smash TV, and today we're announcing Philip Chan joining us as well, who
Rush Hour 4.
Yes, from his brother from another mother. Flawed is above him right there. And also, very, very excited. We haven't talked about this at all, but joining us on commentary again this time will be our favorite Foxu lady, Kirsha, which is going to be great. So very, very excited to have you. Look at that graphic I made today. Isn't that great?
You look horrified, and I look devious.
She looks like the back end master.
True.
It's more like, we'll see what happens, which is pretty much how every special event we do is. We think it's going to go great. Hopefully, we'll see.
I want another RNG encounter with wine moms.
Dude, nothing.
I
would
really
make me
hope they
happier.
come back. Can you imagine? They're like, it's you again. Like, amazing.
Nothing would make me happier if Samantha, the wine mom, was just randomly at the venue like 2 months later. It's like, hey, it's you guys again. It's like, yeah, all right, let's go.
It just reminds me of Olaf going, Samantha, who's Samantha? And then like Samantha actually shows up.
Yes, Samantha, the wine mom, had many, many fans that night, and will live in Side Scrollers Plus lore forever, which is
Forever.
great.
She's immortalized.
I think by the end of your conversation with her, I thought you guys had something going on. I thought she was going to just say, be like, you know what, screw my kids, I'm going to go hang out with Kirsha.
I got the juice that the wine moms want.
That's right. You were on fire that night. So, anyways, if you would like to watch King of the Cart, the entire show, if you'd like to support Kirsha, you can do so by going to SidescrollersPlus.com. Using the link specifically for Kirsha will directly support her, which is awesome. You can also use the regular link by going to Sidescrollers Plus. Use promo code CART. Get a big old discount on your annual membership over there and join us for not just that, but all of our premium events we have coming up very, very soon. Guys, we're going to be pounding them out for you guys. Very much looking forward to that throughout the remainder of the year. Very much looking forward to sharing a lot of the stuff with you guys. But if you'd like to hang out with us a little bit longer, today it is Thursday, which means Thursday at 3 o'clock Central Time, we have special Side Scrollers Plus programming where Bloobs and Wicked
God
Virtue.
damn! Woo!
Listen, do you like the AI version of Blabs there? We call her Bloobs.
Yeah, bloobs.
Boobs.
You like her there?
It's like a mix of Anne Hathaway. Bloobs.
Sure. Anyways, that'll be today at 3 o'clock Central Time, where Blabs and Wicked will be playing Dead by Daylight. So
Yeah, we're actually a pretty good team. We've played for years now, so it should be good. But I haven't played in a good 6 months, so it's gonna be interesting.
And by the way, it's going to be a cool event because you're going to, in theory, be able to see both screens at the same time. So you're going to see you're going to see Wicked and Blabs and their gameplay at the same time.
Oh, that sounds cool.
One could say there will be Wicked production value.
Ooh.
No, it's not it's more of just a bad pun.
Damn it.
But yes, looking forward to that. All right.
Let him play his drums.
That's true. I should.
Real
I should.
quick. Hey, Kirsha, can you do me a favor and lower that gain by a little, just a smidge? Yep.
Just a smidge.
I have smidged for you.
Thank you very much.
And I do have one final announcement before we get to Today in Gaming History, which is I am looking for a 3D animator. I posted this over on X and immediately got bombarded by bots.
Oh,
but
yeah, of
I
course.
figured I'd let you guys know. I'm looking for a 3D animator for a show concept we're kicking around. So if you know anybody with sweet, fat-ass 3D animating skills, have them hit me up. They'll find a way. If they want to work, they'll find a way to find me. Okay, my email's all over the place. So I always like to throw that. That's like the first barrier of entry is I just go find me. And if they really want to find me, they'll find me because they can get a hold of me in certain ways. Because if you really want to
find you.
Yeah. So a 3D animator for a show concept we're kicking around on our end. So, all right. With that said, we always like to start.
Too. 3D animator slash modeler. That's
all that. Yes. Thank you, Phoenix. You know what I'm doing.
Do I?
No, you don't.
Two different hats.
Yes, this is true.
Huh?
Not your trans.
I wore
love
this
hat.
for Kirsha, okay?
Well, it
Trans
turns out the
hats
men are
matter.
going to love you, Blabs. Every time you wear
It's
that
true.
bucket hat, the comments, woo, hot damn, they love you with
Apparently
that
looking
hat.
like a boy is very seductive.
Ooh, nice.
Gay!
Yeah.
I'm not
The boys
actually
only
gay 'cause I'm a
seductive to
girl.
Politicians.
Yeah. All right.
No, the guys that like you, if they think you look like a guy, that's what I hit that button, Blab.
Oh. Okay.
Please continue with the show, Craig.
Wait. So I'm sorry. So the guys who like Blabs are gay?
Well, because
Y'all
she
gay
just
now.
said that she looks like a boy, so that's why I hit the button. It all makes sense when you think about it. It's pretty funny. You're laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, there we go. All right. Hey, let's go ahead and just smoothly transition over today in gaming history. Blabs, what do we have today?
It's actually a good run. Okay, everybody. August 21st is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, released in 1998. We have Bioshock. And look, everybody, I remember to be today in 2007. And then Counter-Strike Global Offensive was released in 2012. Ta-da!
Bioshock was a lot of fun.
Man, that was a game changer when BioShock came out. It was massive. The whole idea behind it, the underwater world, the murkiness of it, like the big daddies. That was like oh man, that was pretty fun. Did you play that game at all, Kirsha?
Bioshock? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Did you play? Let's see. They made a sequel, then they made Infinite. Infinite was like pretty cool. The whole Sky Realm and all that. That was
No,
fun.
I only played the first one, and that was like a couple of years ago on stream.
Well, it was definitely a big deal. Ken Levine, I believe, is the guy who was behind that.
Yep.
All right, some noticeable games that you look. Good list today, Blabs. I mean, Global Offensive, Rainbow Six, BioShock. Those are all pretty mainstream games.
And
that
I
have beta.
spelled everything right.
Yeah, you did.
Have you been having an
Congratulations.
issue with spelling things right?
I
recently?
Dementia.
forgot.
We all have a bit of dementia.
Yeah, yesterday was the day. So I forgot a B.
Oh.
So instead of
Brain age.
Instead of brain age, it was brain age. So
Keyboards
need
are
to play that
tough.
need to play that game again to get some brain.
True.
Yep. All right, some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include Dragon Ball GT Final Bout for the PlayStation, released 28 years ago in 1997.
Damn, it's old.
Yeah, it's old. Wario Land 4, released in 2001 for the Super Nintendo handheld, otherwise known as the Game Boy Advanced. I believe you can play that on the Nintendo Switch Online now. I think that's one of those that's available there. You mentioned BioShock. The ill-fated Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer, which they tried to do that with like Tony Hawk, but turns out surfing wasn't as cool as everyone thought it was.
I've never heard of Kelly Slater.
Yeah, he was the big dude. This is look at the title of this. Ratchet and Clank Future Quest for Booty.
Damn.
Great play on words.
I love old developers.
2008, man. Maybe we peaked around that time.
I feel like we definitely did.
Yeah. Batman Arkham Asylum released for the PlayStation 3. Phoenix, are you okay?
Yeah, it's one. That one I think should have been on the list instead of Counter-Strike, in my opinion.
Whatever, man.
It's all right though. You have a good list, Blab.
But just on a side note, speaking of Batman, did you see the Lego Batman announced yesterday? I feel like Phoenix is totally gonna play that.
Well, there's the rainbow thing, which
totally
everyone was freaking out about, but they didn't realize it was from an actual comic. Did you see that? Where everyone's like, "Oh, it's gay." Did you see the Batman rainbow suit?
No.
No? Okay, well, whatever. We'll talk about that later. Escapist 2 and Guacamelee 2 released for the PlayStation 4 7 years ago, and the Shenmue 1 and 2 bundle, I guess, for the PlayStation 4 and
You call it
Xbox One.
Shenmue?
Shenmue, yeah. Isn't that what it's called? Shenmue, right?
Shenmue.
No, Shenmue. It's always been Shenmue.
I'm pretty sure it's Shenmue.
Shamu.
No, I have never... Wait, how did you say it, Kirsha?
Shenmue.
I have never, ever heard it pronounced that way.
That is the only way I've ever heard it pronounced.
Shenmue?
Yeah, Shenmue.
I'm pretty sure it's just like Shenmue, like a cow.
I mean,
Okay,
maybe
I
you're
just went
right.
to
and I'm
Google
wrong. That's the only
Translate.
way I've ever heard it pronounced.
Google Translate, right? I did English to Japanese to English, and I put Shenmue, and it's literally Shenmue.
That's
Shenmue.
so weird.
Oh
My
wait,
life is a lie. It's just like when I learned that
No.
scoot isn't a word.
no, Kirsha's right.
I am.
Shenway.
Wait, hold on.
Well, now it's a whole new thing. Shenway.
Hang on, let me see if can you guys hear this if I share my tab? Let's see if you guys can hear this.
Oh, hold up. I gotta switch you over.
Let's see. Are
Is
you
your
doing like
screen
a Google
safe,
Translate?
Blabs?
Yeah, it's just
Okay, go ahead.
here. Can you guys hear that?
Shenmue! See, I told you! I'm not retarded!
Shenmue.
Well, come on, Kirsha.
Yeah, I am retarded, but I was right this time, alright? I was right this time.
Well, then my whole life has been a lie.
Maybe I knew it that way because I played primarily JRPGs, and so the people I associated with also primarily played JRPGs, so it's just the way things were pronounced.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Are you alright, Craig? You've just
No,
been bamboozled after like
Well,
Well,
how
your
many
whole
years?
life is a
18?
lie. I mean, that's what he's facing that right now, Blabs.
listen,
7 years later.
if the pronunciation of Shenmue is not Shenmue,
Shenmue.
what else has the internet and society been lying about? Next, you're going to tell me that Ryu is actually pronounced Ryu or something. It's ridiculous. Can't even understand what's happening in my life right now.
Yeah. Are you alright?
What the fuck?
Crazy Ernie from Crazy Ernie's Used Car Emporium.
Wow, I just choked on that. Jesus.
That is insanity. What the hell?
To answer your question, Blabs, no, I'm not all right. As Shamsa, dear goddess of all goddesses, has come in and just dropped $2,000 on the table with zero message and just walked away.
Fucking mushroom stamping.
Yeah, I'd say yes.
You can't see it. Kirsha's also clapping.
Yes. Blabs was 2. Okay, there you go. Can we all just give it up for Shamsa
Sham wow.
for helping pay for Blabs' paydays? Which is that's all she's ever wanted. By the way, Kirsha, I don't know if you know, but Blabs has decided to work cheap from here on out, and that I can actually pay her with payday bars.
Give me a
Oh,
buzz.
okay.
So I can.
Damn it.
This is a wonderful thing because now I can get her the extra big.
This is not part of the contract. That's not what we
No.
agreed on.
Is she
Verbal
size
agreement.
queening the candy bars?
Speaking of size queen, have you seen X-Ray Girl's like cucumber or whatever the hell she was the other day? My God.
I'm sorry, what?
Go get it. Next
Yeah,
you can't
please.
say speaking of size queen and then mention, have you seen her cucumber? It's like,
Yeah,
All right, she
I'm
was
with you on that.
gardening. All right, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Don't tell me that's not huge.
oh, what the fuck? That is
Congratulations.
enormous.
Yeah,
She's like,
that's
post-gym gardening. Guess I'm a size queen confirmed. No, it's not. It's a squash, not a cucumber. I was wrong. At quick glance, but holy shit, that's big.
That's a big squash. It's kind of thin. I've never seen a thin squash. Usually they're like gourd shaped.
Listen, Kirsch, it's not the size that counts. It's how you use it.
well. I'll say this: we'll be using Shamsa's support to buy you more paydays. If you can share my screen real quick one more
here we
time.
go.
This is it. You know, this is Blabs. We'll get you a double king size. Blabs,
Wow, you
okay?
got a
King of
raise.
the payday.
Every
I was
time.
at Walmart and I needed something to eat because I was far, far from home, and I was like, a payday will do. It's not so bad.
All I'm saying is that every time Shamsa comes in and donates $2,000, I will get you a double king size payday bar.
Atta girl, Blabs. Wow.
I'm moving
Wow.
up in the world.
Hey, thank you so much, Shamsa. That is incredibly generous, beyond generous, and we all greatly appreciate your support here on the show. So thank you very, 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 very much. I don't know if you saw, but we actually created a short out of your last support as well. So
We did. It was pretty
we
good.
did, yes. Speaking of shorts, I made a masterpiece the other day, which I wanted to share with you. This was based off of a conversation we had a couple days ago. Kirsha, are you familiar with Milo and Otis?
No.
So Milo
You're
and
not just
Otis.
pronouncing Milo Yiannopoulos' name weird, right?
Oh,
Okay.
no. So Milo and Otis was a a Japanese movie from the mid '80s, which was later converted and dubbed over to the United States release. And it was a kids movie, which I grew up watching, late '80s, early '90s. And when you go back and watch it, you see all like the Japanese everything. But it was in America, it was like, oh, they're living on a farm and stuff. And it's about this little pet pug and a little like calico cat, and they're like little buddies, right? But it's
So it's like
real
the
life.
Fox and the Hound?
Yeah, except it was live action, I guess, and it's all
Oh,
about
okay.
like the tomfoolery that they get in together, the hijinks that happens and stuff.
So it's like Homeward Bound?
What I think happened is they had like a loose idea for a script here, and really what they did was they just put a bunch of animals in presumptuous situations and then just filmed them and saw what happened, and
okay.
they're like, well, here you go. So, anyways, we were talking about this, and needless to say, it was a very uncomfortable situation the other day when I was talking about the reality of this. So I put together this short based off this.
It's brilliant,
Based
by the
off
way.
this, and I wanted to thank you, Phoenix, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So go ahead and this is a brief recap of our conversation.
Labs, you want me to ruin Milo and Otis for you?
You already did.
Oh yeah, were they like we're killing off all the little pugs?
Yeah. Yeah,
There's,
you
like,
already
sauce
did.
in the
Thank
water.
you so much.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not know this?
No!
Oh, here we go.
You don't know Milo and Otis?
I don't know what. No.
Watch a few seconds. Here we go.
Milo was trouble from the very beginning.
That was real.
First,
Could you imagine how many cats were just thrown down this hole? Like just visually, I'm imagining this little Asian guy grabbing
No, Craig, no.
grabbing a cat and just straight up
Good.
being Ichiro and tossing that damn.
Jesus.
It's meal prep.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's still so fucking funny.
So wait, what
like
about
he's crying
killing the
again.
pugs? You never got to the killing the pugs.
Well, you know, the idea was that there's actually a scene in the movie where I'm not sure which animal, whether it was the pug or the cat, that gets like tossed over a waterfall. And they were like tossing cats off the waterfall to get a good shot. Oh my god! It
Wait,
was
they
such a-
actually killed cats?
Yes, they were like, look, the comments on this were like, rumors, you know, you can't substantiate this, but like, they were like offing these dogs to get good shots. They just had a bunch of pugs that all looked the same. So, anyways,
That's ridiculous. If true.
yeah, it was a ridiculous time.
I find it's just you and I, Craig, that keep laughing, and it's the internet subs that keep going down.
Yeah, I see the chat people like, nobody thinks this is as funny as Craig. and you're probably right. You're probably right. Anyways, yeah, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. All right, we did Today in Gaming History. We had a massive bomb dropped on us by Shamsa, which was just stupid, ridiculous, and we appreciate greatly. What's that?
Oh, I cracked my back really hard. Oh, God.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
That sounded oddly sexual. It was
Yeah,
exciting.
I thought you needed a moment.
I had an out-of-body experience. I cracked my spine, and I just floated away.
Can you crack it one more time?
Did you see her avatar? They just go limp to the side and like fall off. I literally thought she like fainted for a second there.
I just heard her. It's so good. I was like, yeah, that was really nice of Shamsa. Yes, it was.
You know, like that
Shamsa.
scene when Harry met Sally and she's in like, you know, that was Kirsha just now.
That was, yes. She was straight up orgasmic there, which is just silly. Backyard Tree came in with the $20 direct donations. His big thanks to the microburst that flew me down on the roof of my owner's house. Here's to you guys providing entertainment while he cuts me up a chainsaw. All right, Backyard Tree. Sorry about that, and sorry about the microburst that shot you down there. But Backyard Tree, hopefully you get up and you're useful and you become firewood, which is good. Sub, thank you so much for your sub over at Prime for 3 months over on Twitch. Appreciate that. Let's go uwu munya. That's the message right there. Tamamo says, why do you guys always discuss relatable topics when I can't watch live? Surely you must be doing this on purpose. Are you one of those all-knowing lizard folks like Zuck, Craig? I got my eye on you. No, I'm not Mr. Beast.
I seem to have an invisible wall here.
An invisible wall?
Yeah, I just like I can like move around like over here, right? But if I just look this way and I touch the invisible wall, I freeze. Like I don't. What is the invisible wall like right there? Like I can go underneath it, but like there's like an invisible wall like right here. I don't understand.
You sound so high right now. If there was without context, it's just, there's a fucking invisible wall, man. You know.
Damn, it's crazy. It's an invisible wall.
I haven't even eaten any edibles today. Now I'm completely sober.
Spartan Bot came in and says, fudge. Click before I read the question. Hate the Cracker Barrel rebrand. Now I take my $10 to make up for throwing it off. Hi, Kirsha. What crazy thing are you going to teach Craig today?
I don't know. I can't be prompted. You know, it just has to happen naturally.
Yes, I agree. I'm sure something will happen today, and it'll make me shake my head, and Blabs will feel very embarrassed about it. Speedy Cake came in with the 20 Australian money. He says, hey, Craig, missed the show yesterday, but in regards to the kid getting arrested for theft of food, I had a friend who worked for the local dairy factory when it was family owned, and he got fired once a corp bought them out. He followed up saying, under the old owners, they didn't care if he grabbed a bottle of damaged goods from the reject area, but once the corpos bought them out, that stuff became tax deductible, and they fired him for it. Did you see that story, Kirsha?
No, what the hell?
So we had a really good discussion about this yesterday. We had a lot of different points of view on this, but the long and short of it was there was this kid. There's varying reports on this. Some people said he was a 16-year-old kid. Some people saying he was 19 years old. But over the course of 3 months, he more or less stole food from the grocery store that he worked in. He stole $110 worth of stuff. So the manager calls him into the office, and they ended up arresting the kid, right? And people were like, yo, what the hell, man? And people were saying that he took it out of the food that was going to get thrown away for the night. And, you know, there's a lot of gray area there. So we had like a really interesting conversation about this, whether disposal, food in a trash can is technically stealing if it's going to be thrown away. But we learned that in Ohio, where the store was, it's still technically the store's property. And, so there's all sorts of layers to it. I think it's something that I think it'd be a really good discussion for your show for sure. So
I think it sounds like you said that he had like a mental condition, right?
some people said that. I don't know if it was confirmed.
Because it's like, especially if he had, like a mental condition, instead of waiting for him to take the food out of the trash enough times to rack up an amount there, you can have him arrested. Maybe just talk to him and be like, hey, you can't do that. Right? Yeah. Like, that just seems like the normal thing to do. And as much as I hate corporate waste, like, I think throwing out food at the end of the day that otherwise is still perfectly fine is incredibly unfortunate. You can't just give that away, because then what would be the incentive to actually pay for it if everybody could get it for free once the company throws it away at the end of the day?
Yeah. What we finished on was simple, right? The kid did something wrong multiple times over the course of multiple months. Should he have been arrested? No. Should he have been fired? Probably. But should the law have been, it's $110, right? If he
was a normal, actually, I don't even think if he was a normal person, I would want to fire them immediately, right? It's just like, I think you talk to them and you're like, hey, you can't do that. Like, I know it's in the trash, but like it's company policy, it's the law. Like we can't have people taking that. So don't do that again. If you do, then you're fired.
Yeah. It was a really good conversation. Actually, one of like our better ones we've had on the show in a good while. By the way, Blabs Trans Hat came in with the 10. Says, glad Cracker Barrel respects trans hat activism with its new logo. No longer will we feel unsafe by looking at a logo made in a time where trans hats were not respected. Hashtag trans hats live matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know. That's good. We have this from Uxie Knight, who came into the 10. Says, breaking Trump civil fraud case has been overturned. I don't know enough about that to speak on that.
I don't know what case that is.
Yeah. Brent came in with the $50 super chat. Says, Foxu tax, Cracker Barrel stonks down 14% since they unveiled that blasphemous branding, and I'm here for it. Used to be one of my go-to places to eat, no longer. Hashtag Montez, Brent. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're going to spend a lot of time.
I like the Cracker Barrel cheese.
The cheese at Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, they sell the Cracker Barrel cheese at grocery stores.
Do they? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I've seen it in like a couple of grocery stores in the past, and like I always buy a block when they had it.
I had no idea that. I didn't know that the cheese at Cracker Barrel was so good that they had to start selling it in grocery stores.
Yeah, Cabot is like far more popular. Like it's like I find that shit everywhere, but I used to get the Cracker Barrel blocks when I would find them.
Oh, okay. Dreg came in and says, Blabs, did you see the Po 2?
Exile 2.
Okay. So, yes. Season 2 reveal that freaking cooked and F that Karen in charge of Cracker Barrel. Did you
I
see
have not seen it, and oddly enough, to make room for other things on my Steam, I uninstalled Path of Exile 2 this morning because I don't play it enough.
Get wrecked. Dan says, yeah, just last night, my Samsung 4K TV from my living room has finally died since we've been getting thunderstorms and power outages lately. Spend another $700 for a new TV or more.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, TVs have gotten cheaper over the years, which is good.
I don't know how much TVs cost when I was a kid because I didn't buy TVs. They just existed in my bedroom. But like I bought a TV when I came out to Bunkerland because I like sleeping with background noise, and I also like being able to play games in bed. And like a 55-inch Samsung is like $1,000. I was like, what
the childish?
Giggity.
What?
You said you like to play games in bed, and I giggled at it like a 12-year-old.
It's not even Tuesday night.
I know. Sorry. You are the master of the back end, of course. The worthy one came in with the 10, says, yo, Craig, you guys got to watch the Amanda Seales versus 20 Black Conservatives video on Jubilee one day. Amanda Seales is a black, quote, actor / activist, and she got annihilated by those 20 conservatives. Thank you, worthy one. Yeah, I have seen clips of that going around. Have you seen clips of that, Kirsha?
Of what?
The Amanda Seales versus 20 Black Conservatives video by Jubilee.
No, my chat told me about that, and I brought it up in a tab on my last stream, but we didn't have enough time to get to it because I have a million tabs.
That's one of the things I would like to do more of that type of stuff, reacting to more content on our show. But being on YouTube, it's kind of hard because we can get flagged very easily. We got flagged yesterday for for some stuff, and it like demonetize the show. So that's there's plus and minuses of being on YouTube. So once again, consider following us over on Rumble and on Kick and on Twitch, and of course Side Scrollers Plus. Patchouli says, modern tech hate. I keep a DLP TV from 2006 alive specifically because I can't stand how long it takes, quote, smart TVs to do much as power on. Absolutely worth it. Thank you, Patchouli.
I really miss the giant 70s TV that I used to play with my PlayStation 2 on in my basement. Oh, that thing was amazing.
Dude, there's something wonderful about the CRT monitors that's they are CRT. I said CRT and I was like, critical race theory? No, they are CRT TVs. Yes. Yeah. Tamamo says, Craig going senile now? We haven't talked about Kirsha's commentary. Talked about it yesterday. Okay. Or was it sarcasm? I failed my autism check. I don't know. Sorry, Tamamo.
It's okay. I forget things as soon as I say them.
Mm-hmm. Massive Doge came in and says, Lady Kirsha of the cursed knowledges, shares us with your accursed wisdom. I'm sure it'll happen throughout the show.
I'm sure it will as well. My tracking is going crazy again. I'm being inflicted with the Parkinson's in real time.
Brent says, Craig, talk to Rippaverse about that animation. Check out the animated trailers that I've been doing for the comic drops. They have an in-house animation studio now. That's actually a great idea. Maybe I will reach out to them about that. That'd be pretty fun to do. Good idea, Brent. Thank you very much for the wonderful support and suggestion. All right, we've been. Tenarian came in at the 10, says merch suggestion for Kirsch. I assure you it would sell like hotcakes. We have some sort of meme here.
Okay.
We did. What? Hang on, I'm gonna put it up right now. 3, 2, 1, boop. I think it would sell pretty darn well.
I was discussing this with someone else the other day, and I was like,
hilarious.
I was like, I don't know how I would make it so it looks like I'm either holding the balls or hugging the shaft area without it just being really weird. How did a different person suggest? This was a conversation I was having with someone in DMs. How did someone else suggest this?
Wow.
Your DMs have been leaked.
That's awesome. That's hilarious. And give it up for, by the way, that would kill. You would sell a quadrillion of those, yes. We should sell, we put Phoenix on a pair of those. And people
back-end master, here he comes. Literally.
No. He would be on the back of the boxers, not the front of it.
Yeah, Kirsha could be in the front.
Yeah. Tag team.
Give it up for what? I'm sorry, what, Blabs?
Nothing. Okay. Carry on.
Give it up for I'm sorry, I just butchered 5 gifted subs. Yes, Psychomantium. I butchered that. 5 Rumble memberships. We love that, and thank you very much. Appreciate that. And Matt, thank you very much for coming to be a member over here on YouTube. All right.
I was going to say Moonber. Did anyone else hear that? Thank you for being a Moonber.
Maybe. That's good. All right. We have we've been dilly-dallying for the better part of 45 minutes now, and I apologize for that. But you know what? I'm not going to apologize for the fun we have on a day-to-day basis. We'll get to all your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Thank you guys very much for your support. We did hit our first Montez goal, by the way, Phoenix. So let's get to that before we get to hard news.
Montez!
My favorites. Dude, I freaking love.
Whenever Montez plays, I am instantly transported back in my memories to a house that smells like cigarette smoke and biker brawls happening with juggalos beating each other up in the backyard.
Oh no!
I don't know. It's so nostalgic and nice.
Do you have PTSD from that or anything? Or
I mean, I guess kinda maybe. I don't know. I feel like I've overcome the growing up trauma that I've had.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad that Montez can do that for you. So look, Montez heals all. I think that's the lesson from here, and more importantly, it helps heal Kirsha, which is just wonderful. So let's stink and go with that. Quick side note: DB Wild over on X has been working on some stuff for the show, which I wanted to show this off. DB Wild, thank you very much. He sent me a message on Discord. Look at this little something I'm toying around with in regards to side scrollers. Quality may not come the best, but they are 64 by 64 pixels
That is
right
awesome.
That is pretty
Yeah.
freaking
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Yes.
Blabs makes me think of a scarecrow because of the color of the hat.
Thank you.
If we can change that DB Wild to the trans hat, that'd be great. We'd really appreciate that, which is good. All right, let's get into it. DB Wild, thank you very much for that. It is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Now, Kirsha, do you recall not too long ago, the WNBA became very watchable for a short minute as dildos were being thrown onto the court over and over again. Do you recall this story?
It was the most exciting thing to happen to the WNBA in years.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. The New York Liberty game where this happened, which I guess that's a team in New York, a man has been charged, busted for slinging the dill onto the court from a man from Ohio and has been charged with 2 counts of assault.
What?
Here. Yes.
Free my mans, even though he's from Ohio.
Listen, he created multiple viral moments over here for the WNBA and made them relevant for a day or two.
Who is this guy? It's Crazy Ernie from Crazy Ernie's Used Car Emporium.
Ah, damn. Shams is going fucking wild today.
Thank you, Shamsa. Holy shit.
Hey, Blabs.
Yeah? Do I get a payday bar?
Ooh. Payday for Blabs.
Woo!
Payday for Blabs. Let's go.
Nice.
Shamsa. You dance it out, Blabs. Let's go.
Payday raise, everybody!
I owe you 3 paydays when you come to Dallas here. For
Hell
next
yeah!
week.
I'm gonna hold you to it. That or I'm getting me a Harry Potter Krispy Kreme donuts. Equal trade.
No. Not
Yeah, you
at
don't
all.
make that much, Blabs. You get
No.
a payday. That's
No donuts.
maybe in another year when we do the review portion.
Let me just say this.
Harry Potter donuts, though.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on real quick. We can get back to the WNBA dildo story here in a second, but we need some serious discussion here. We have said that I will gladly take Blabs to get the Harry Potter donuts just as soon as she makes her way to Olive Garden to try unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks.
I don't think so.
Olive Garden is gross.
Oh, look at that.
Now, that's awesome that you think that, Kirsha. And you know what? Some people would agree with you. The problem is that Blabs refuses to try Olive
I've
Garden.
already been fuckface. How many times do I have to say that?
Blabs,
I had a salad there.
that doesn't even... Are you fucking kidding me?
And that's the same. I've attended. I've gone. I've tried a food there.
As soon as you... Go ahead.
The last time I had Olive Garden is when they came out with their pasta bread bowls, and I was like, oh my god, I loved bread bowls when I was younger. So I bought one, and it was so disappointing. It was the most disappointing thing ever, and the chicken wasn't even cooked very well. And it was
trying
like,
to poison me.
Yeah, it was like a really sad, like, chicken penis sticking out of my fettuccine, and I didn't like it.
The old chicken dick, huh?
Yeah, the old chicken
Happens
dick.
to the best of us. But you tried it, Kirsha, right? There's the thing. You tried it to know that you didn't like it.
Well,
I've
I
already
got excited
been.
for bread bowl.
Hey, Kirsha, we had this idea thrown out yesterday, and Blabs had to leave the show early yesterday to take care of some personal stuff. But wanted to throw this out, Blabs, to you as well, Kirsha. The idea was thrown out that since Blabs truly knows her Italian food, the best way for her to truly gabagool and talk in
That's
Italian.
not
and stuff.
even gabagool's not even Italian.
I'm sorry, real quick, Phoenix. Can we just please just for a second while Blabs is yelling? Thank you. Goodbye, Blabs. See you later. No, get the hell out of here. See you later. Okay. So, thank you. Now, we were thinking, Blabs, stop talking in my ear. Stop it. Look, we were thinking, Kirsha, that the best way to settle this would be to line up a bunch of Italian food in front of Blabs from various restaurants, right? And then we could blindfold her, and she could decide which one she thought was best. Then we unveil the rankings to her, because God knows, maybe she tries some Olive Garden.
Fuck yeah, I love that kind of shit.
I'm just saying, it makes a lot of sense. Blabs is going to be in here.
You guys don't have fucking Bertucci's where you live, though.
No, we don't have Bertucci's, so we do not. So I'm just saying, you can go open her back up real quick, and we'll get her thoughts.
Open her back up.
Okay.
What a way to say that.
Don't make it weird, Kirsha. So Blabs, I think we're gonna do that when you come down. I don't think we're gonna take you directly to Olive Garden, but I do think that we will maybe do that live, perhaps, while you're down here, because I think that, look, if you truly want to show what a true Italian you are, you'll be able to spot it.
I will make it for you. How about that? I can just make you food. I've offered. Why do we have to go to Olive Garden just
this
to
is another
torture
time,
me?
Blabs. We're not go. I'm not even saying I'm going to even take you to Olive Garden. I'll bring the food to you. We'll put it down in front of you.
Why? I don't understand it. Why do you harass me so much for this?
Torturing you is part of the content.
It's not part of the content or the contract.
Well, we do make entertainment for a living, Blabs.
Right.
So,
Entertainment, not
that.
torture.
Please make all the choices Olive Garden. Please have her deciding that it's all Olive Garden.
Just secretly
Oops, all Olive Garden.
I love that idea. Sorry, I hit Bowser behind us. All right.
He's old. I'm calling Peter.
Poor Bowser. Yeah, he's behind me. He's just hanging out. Anyways, Blabs, this is not like the French guy who's getting the shit kicked out of him and being put to sleep. We're asking you to try some spaghetti.
Can't I just make you some? Like, isn't that more entertainment right there?
No.
What?
Absolutely not.
The real stuff?
No, it's not.
We gotta see you try blindfolded a bunch of different Italian foods from different places and rank them.
See? Kirsha's on board with this. Everybody's on board with this.
She doesn't even like Olive Garden.
I don't, but it would be really funny if you rated it highly.
Oh, not part of the contract.
It very much is a part of the contract.
Very much not.
You want your payday bars and your fucking donuts? We're gonna
I
have
don't
some
want my
fucking
payday bars. No, I'd rather the donut.
New poll in the chat, please. I will actually put this poll up. Would you like to see that? I'll just go and start that really fast. Is Blabs trying a bunch of Italian food?
Spoiler alert, 100% are going to say yes, Blabs, just so you're aware.
A good idea.
I think there's gonna be a couple of people that, say no now because they like going against the grain. Like you said that 100% will say yes, so now there's gonna be a couple of people who say no just to spite you.
Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just a quick poll in the chat. Is Blabs trying a bunch of Italian food a good idea for content? There we go. All right. While you guys get that squared away, let's go back to the story. Courtesy of the New York Post. Yes, an Ohio man has been busted for slinging the sex toy on the court of the New York Liberty game, charged with 2 counts of assault. You like how they open this. An Ohio man donning a Beavis and Butthead t-shirt.
Is the correct t-shirt for this man to be wearing. Holy
That's
shit.
Right. Busted for throwing a sex toy from the bleachers, hitting a 12-year-old girl in the leg.
Okay, well that's unfortunate.
Yeah. That is unfortunate. But if you're going to throw a dill, listen, I think the best thing to say here is these women shouldn't be playing basketball on the dildo throwing court. True
and real.
That's right. It's crazy. Yes, it is unfortunate that the 12-year-old girl saw that as a father of a 13 and 11-year-old daughters. I would be upset, but I don't think that's assault. I just don't think it's assault. You got hit with a thing. There's the guy here with his Beavis and Butthead shirt over here. Many questions here as this is the picture of the guy. Where did he hide the dill?
Well, I mean, he's wearing shorts and he's
Maybe
a man,
he
so
too
those
is
have
a
deep
back-end
pockets.
master.
And nobody's gonna be like, sir, is that a dildo in your pocket or are you just very well endowed? Nobody's gonna ask that.
That would actually be kind of funny as he's going through security and he's just kind of adjusting himself down there. And they're like, hey, congratulations, man. Let's go,
It's like when you have a big bulge and you wear tight jeans, you just become a slut. You can't help it. It's just your life now.
That's unfortunately the way it's gone. Yeah, unfortunately for this. Well, this guy Burgess, who cops say had no prior arrest in the Big Apple, was released with non-monetary conditions during his Brooklyn criminal court appearance later that day. So they expedited this guy right on through. So there it is right there. It has been settled. The object was thrown from someone much higher up, but definitely in the same section. A man who was in the section 116 told the Post. So that's actually a lower level right here. When it landed, the girl started screaming / freaking out for like 30 seconds and got the attention of most people within the surrounding rows. Barclays Center officials snatched the sex toy up, and the Liberty game continued uninterrupted, with the home team taking the wind out of the wings for an 85-76 victory.
This guy shouldn't be given, like an arrest record. He should be given an award for finally making women's basketball watchable.
Did you see there's a show? We cannot show this. We couldn't show it on YouTube. We could definitely show it on like Rumble or somewhere else. But there was a viral video going around. I think it was put together by Tyler Fisher. I think his name is Tyler Fisher, where he was talking about how they should totally embrace the WNBA mantra and just like incorporate dildos into their day-to-day production and have them on the refs
even the
and
betting
stuff.
sites, like the bets for whether a dildo would get thrown on the court outpaced bets on the actual games. So like people cared more about tuning in to see whether a dildo would get thrown on the court than the people actually playing the game, and they have the audacity to get mad about it. Like, there's more people watching you now. Come on, man.
I listen, I'm on board with what you're saying there. I think it's they should definitely embrace that. Ranger George says the kids of the New York Liberty have seen far worse than a dildo. They were watching the WNBA. It's fucked up, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it's I mean, they should definitely like poke fun at themselves. And I know they got to listen. We take this responsibility seriously and all that. But the reality is that most of the players were probably laughing their ass off at this. I know that Sophie Cunningham, she's like one of the up-and-coming stars in the WNBA for the Indiana Fever. She was like, one of them landed right at her feet, and she was just laughing her ass off because.
And they injured her. Did you hear that? I heard that. I think she's out for the season. I think she just got injured.
Not from the dill.
No, not from the dill. This is I think it was more of the players beating her.
Yes. But anyways, the video is great from that. It's outstanding stuff. All right, let's go ahead and move on. I don't know if we've ever done plane talk while you've been on. Kirsha, have we done plane talk with you before?
Like being on an airplane and talk like what's up with the airplane food?
Well, let's find out. Let's do a little plane talk.
Plane talk.
Why is it on fire?
Let's cut. Yes. Oh, there you go. She's up at.
Yeah, no, I've never done that segment.
Well, here we are. This is where we talk about all the crazy things happening in the air. And we're glad you've joined us today, Kirsha, for this wonderful segment. When you think of just crazy things happening in the air, most of the time it starts and stops with one of two airlines, Frontier or Spirit. Have you ever ridden on either of those before?
No,
Kirsha?
because I value my life.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at this. Just the average Spirit person
Holy
flying
shit,
here.
that woman looks like a Halloween decoration.
Yeah, man. Well, she was not having a good day, to put it lightly.
It's like, you know how to not ever get on a Carnival cruise? It's the same with Spirit Airlines and Frontier. Like, if you just value being alive, you just don't go there, you know?
Right. Well, let's see why she's contributing to this stereotype of not flying Spirit Airlines.
Hurting my elbow! It's hurting my wrist! You're hurting me, Sheriff! You're hurting me, Sheriff!
She sounds like a mob in a game.
What were you saying?
It's called zombies.
I said she sounds like a mob in a game. Like, she's literally screaming like a Halloween decoration. I was so right.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because here is the Call of Duty zombie sound effects.
All right, I'm so right, man. It's called zombies.
And she does. That's crazy.
Let's see. Now, she's going to take this to the next level here, Kirsha. Check this out.
I can't breathe. Why is that? I can't breathe.
And you saw where that was going.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
You can't just invoke George Floyd every time you get arrested. Holy shit! I can't.
Look at her, just like the look of, this is George Floyd, and then she gets cut off right there. It's just spectacular. And by the way, they had their hand. They have their hand on her wrist, and she's like, I can't breathe.
Probably drugged up.
They think that like if they say that, then it's an immediate like, oh, police brutality, racism case. Everyone will be on my side. It's like a magic spell, but it doesn't actually work.
Well, it didn't work for this lady. She got carted off pretty quick. Hey, you don't even know. God, that face is spectacular. Sorry. That is just spectacular.
She has a lot of amazing fucking facial expressions here. Holy
She'd make
shit.
a great content creator for thumbnails on YouTube. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
right?
She'd kill it right there. You can just kind of pick around wherever you want. And she's, wow, she is all over the place, which is just spectacular. Sorry. Anyways, so yes, this is the type of thing that you get when you fly on Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, just don't.
No, bad idea. Corona came in, says Spirit is for people who have already been blacklisted by Southwest and American Airlines.
I don't like American Airlines because every time I've flown American, when TSA goes through my luggage to make sure my shampoo isn't a bomb, they never put the cap on correctly. And so it leaks all over my luggage. And I even started putting my shit in like Ziploc bags. So I was like, okay, even if they don't close the bottle, surely they'll close the Ziploc bag. Only ever have I had this problem with American Airlines. And I've flown like United, Delta, fucking JetBlue, Southwest. Like I've flown on pretty much everything except Frontier and Spirit. It's only American Airlines that has this issue.
It's always American.
It's always American, man.
As
I wish
Craig flies
JetBlue
us
flew more.
American.
No, I always fly American. I think it's great. But yeah, but I don't have to worry about my shampoo, you know? So there's that.
I mean, now I don't take shampoo ever since I found out about the Evelyn and Crabtree. Oh my god, it's so good.
I love Evelyn and Crabtree.
It's
Good
so
stuff.
good. There's one line of Evelyn and Crabtree products.
I thought it was
at certain-
Evelyn.
Well, Evelyn, whatever the fuck. I don't care how you pronounce it. Fucking Elvira and Crabtree shampoo. There's one brand that's at certain Hilton hotels, and you can buy all of Hilton's like shampoos, conditioners, body wash, whatever the fuck on their website, except for this one line that's like in green bottles. And recently in July, when I was on a trip, I stayed at a hotel that had the green bottles, and I was like, hey bro, can I buy like some of your shampoos and conditioners? And I bought like 3 bottles of each. They were expensive. They were like $15 a bottle, but apparently you can sell them on eBay for like $100 a bottle. So
You're saying it wrong too. It's Crabtree and Evelyn, not Evelyn and Crabtree.
whatever, you know what I meant, woman.
Golly. I have footage of you seeing that shampoo, actually. I have a screenshot of you noticing the shampoo that you want. Phoenix, if you can go to that really quick. This is Kirsha looking at the shampoo right here. Here it is.
That's very true.
That's
That's
right.
how I approach the front desk lady.
You have Evelyn and Crabtree shampoo.
Hey, yo,
Do you
I
have
heard
it?
you got that good stuff.
Just took. Yes, it's here.
Those poor front desk employees, because every single night that I got high, I went down there and I was like, hey, yo, you got more of them cookies in that warm drawer? It just blew my mind that, like, they have a drawer, like a heated drawer just for these giant cookies. And I was like, I need that shit, man.
You guys ever been to a hotel? I mean, Kirsha obviously has, but you guys ever been to a hotel that gives you cookies when you check in?
Yeah.
No.
Phoenix, you never have? Okay.
Nope.
Oh, well.
I expect cookies now, Craig.
Stay at a DoubleTree. Those are the ones that give you the big warm cookies, and you can see their heated drawer at the front desk. It's so cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is DoubleTree. You are correct. Well, Blabs, maybe you can have, maybe I'll get you a cookie, maybe potentially a warm
Oh,
cookie.
she's getting a raise? Damn it. All right. I need
Cookies
cheese on my
and
pretzel. Then we're
payday
good.
bars? I need to start getting paid.
Well, no, I'm just saying maybe just throwing it out there. We do our listen. I'm not even gonna negotiate with you. We're doing the Italian thing. We're doing the Italian dinner. This is
You
ridiculous.
have to have me there to participate.
Yes, you're going to be eating the
I can
Italian
literally
food.
say No.
No, you can't.
Can. Why are you trying to torture me with the food? Like, seriously.
Oh, man.
It's not that big a deal. I mean,
it is because you guys made it a big deal.
We did?
Yes. I said, I don't want to go. Done. And we're still here like a whole year later.
See, I'd be willing to do it, but you'd have to set up that stuff that like the cooking VTubers do, or like there's a big green screen and my hands go underneath the green screen so they wiggle around, but then my model is in front of the green screen, you know?
Blabs, do you know how close the presidential vote was this year? It was pretty close. I mean, you know, Trump won. He won the popular vote. It was like, what, 52%?
What does this have to do with Olive Garden?
Just roll with me here. It was close, right? And he became a president because the people wanted it, right?
Right.
Right. Well,
I'm not going to become president of America. That's not how it works.
No, you're going to become the president of eating Italian food on stream because in our vote
during
right today's live stream.
Do you want me to go in the kitchen and get food?
Blabs, 90% of the audience wants to see you try Italian food.
And think of how much money Craig will have to spend getting you Italian food from like 10 different restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
That's his fault.
It's
literally his fault.
In the name of content, Blabs, I'm willing to invest for that wonderful content. I'm just saying. All right, let's go and move on and talk about the big news today.
Big news.
Yes, the big news is Cracker Barrel. As the Cracker Barrel stock has effectively tanked after they have moved away from this sweet old-fashioned logo over here.
Good fire women!
Yes, to this horrendous modern take on the logo here. Bland, boring, bleh, right? Just removing the old man and the actual barrel. It would say the cracker and the barrel, if you will. They just straight up, they're removing everything that everybody loves about Cracker Barrel. And it doesn't stop with the logo here. People are not happy about this. We've seen this many, many times over the last few years, this modernization of classic logos here. I believe you had a slide pulled up, Phoenix.
Yeah, ready to go?
Fire away. What do we got?
Here's the first one.
Okay, you can see Burberry over here, even Pfizer of all companies. The various changes of logos here, the refresh. Subway got a new look. We got Warner Brothers just getting rid of that beautiful gold in favor for a, I guess, quote unquote, clean white.
I hate Globo Homo.
Globo Homo, huh?
Yeah, global homogenization is what that stands for.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Well, Cracker Barrel is indeed a global homo now. And the biggest global homo has to be their CEO, because she appeared on Good Morning America to justify this. Because when
those
they
glasses are a red flag.
Ooh, boy, are they.
They're so bad because if you look at her LinkedIn, she looks nothing like those glasses. Like whoever fitted those frames should be fired. Terrible.
Well, as somebody who has glasses like that, I will tell you, yes, they are awful. But here she was on Good Morning America justifying the change here. A few things I want you to take note of as we're watching this. Watch her justification of why people love this, and then watch Michael Strahan, who is the host, his response to what.
Wait, what do you mean? Why
said.
People love this? Their stock tanked. What does she mean?
Well, this was before the stock tanked. They went on Good Morning America to do a little promotion of this, to talk about Cracker Barrel. This is definitely a paid spot.
Who was their focus group that they trialed this with? Like, who said, yes, this is better? Because find them and just remove them from the gene pool.
I'm going to tell you who. It was this lady right here. It started and stopped with her right here. So let's go and see what she had to say.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and once every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feed.
Look at how interested. Oh, really? Really?
It looks
Michael's
awful. Like,
dubious.
They showed the inside of that Cracker Barrel like last week, and it had like all soul removed from it. It was just bland fucking nonsense.
Oh,
nobody likes it.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that for sure. But I love kind of the corporate press, like his response here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
model. How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So
Oh, really? Wow, that's fascinating to me. Whoa. Okay.
because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you.
Yeah. Okay. So just out of sheer morbid curiosity, just they're doing it all for their team members and everything, and all the people. By the way, their stock is down 10% today. So there's that. It has not gone very well since they announced this at all, and the response online has been outstanding. We'll get to that here very shortly. But this has been the CEO. Blabs pointed out, she's not new. This lady's been around the block. She's been a part of this world for a while. Julie Fels Messino. Why? Simple question to everybody. Why is it always white women?
Because they're a plague. That is the correct answer, Craig.
Blabs, do you have an answer for that? Why is it always the white woman who's changing everything?
I mean, I don't really think that's the case. You can look at Disney, right? CEO Bob Iger absolutely fucked it all up, right? So I don't really agree with that. Although I could just probably say, if we wanted to agree with your statement, it could just be empathy.
Hello, fellow white women.
Abusive empathy. Yeah.
Okay, so allow me to counter that and say, when we've talked about empathy quite a bit, but behind every for your Bob Iger, I'll show you a Kathleen Kennedy.
But Bob agrees with everything. He's the top, so it's not like
You're right.
they're the same at all. She's below him.
It's also
so many
safe
ways.
to blame white women instead of, looking into things.
Well, she's the top of the food chain here when it comes to this, but they've also had a number of different initiatives at Cracker Barrel here. This is something that, hey, it's important to talk about these things, including inclusion at
Culture
Cracker Barrel.
and belonging.
That's right.
You see, I was about to say, all of the global homogenization of the brand logos, I think, is part of a demoralization tactic, right? If there's nothing around you that's beautiful and there's nothing around you that stands out and has an individual identity and everything just kind of mishmashes together, it becomes reminiscent of what commie blocks are, essentially, right? They have that big brutalist architecture where everything looks similar to itself. And if everything has a similar identity, if nothing stands out, nothing is individualistic, that will sort of create in people's minds being individualistic is standing out, and standing out is bad. And it makes me feel like this is, with their stock tanking and everything, again, foregoing short-term profit for long-term cultural domination. Craig, you're muted.
They will not be dominating. Thank you, Kirsha. They will not be dominating a whole lot, as people are not really happy with this change over here.
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, we've seen with all of
Right.
the other logos, nobody was happy with any of those logo changes, especially the larger brands, and they still happened, and nobody cared about the people who got angry afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's the ongoing. Thank you for these Phoenix right here. It's a wonderful B-roll. Now, look, they've changed the logo, and there's been a lot of talk about that. I was actually, it's funny that they beat me to it, because I was actually looking forward to rolling out our rebrand, and it didn't work out. They beat us to it, which was unfortunate. So, sorry, guys. We'll go back to the drawing board on this.
It needs to be red.
Well, I thought about it, but that I wanted it to be orange and throw up color. That's what we're going for right there. So, but with the change in the logo from Cracker Barrel, a lot of people are upset about that. But I think there's a bigger thing to be upset about. One of the most iconic things at Cracker Barrel when you sit down to eat is the triangle peg game that you play. That is at the table. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like right here. You have a peg, this triangle full of pegs, and here it has. You just got to jump over the different pegs, right? It says jump each tee, and remove it. Leave only 1, you're a genius. Leave 2, and you're pretty smart. Leave 3, and you're just plain dumb. Leave 4 or more, you're just plain ignoramus right there. So they're doing a little smart shaming for
Whenever
everybody
I'm
here.
hanging with my crackers, I like to say, let's play with them peg and hole games.
That's right. So they've changed this too, Kirsha, to lighten it up for everybody. As this was the previous version. This is the new version here. At Cracker Barrel says, leave 1, you're a genius. Leave 2, rock in the chair, but not the game. Leave 3 or more, no reason to be embarrassed. Try again.
I hate the culture of like participation trophies. No, you're just dumb. Stop it.
Of all the things, this is what's got you most pissed, Kirsha.
This makes me upset because it's like, no, you don't deserve a participation trophy. And if you get upset that a fucking wooden triangle called you dumb, get out of my restaurant. You don't deserve food.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, there's been I love that pissed you off so much. I love everything about that. There's a few memes that have been passed around, which I very much appreciate. These you talked about the interior of the restaurant as well. I thought I kind of laughed at this. I don't know if this is parody or what, but either way, it is silly. Let's see what this guy had to say about it.
Saw on the internet, dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate.
He said cracker with a hard R.
Look.
Yes, it is a Cracker Barrel, not a Cracker Barrel. All right, so this guy's going to join in on the hate here.
Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You gotta have the racism.
It's pretty funny.
If I don't walk into that restaurant and see imagery of black men in chains, I just can't eat my grits.
Racism aesthetic. You gotta have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it, and I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I gotta feel like somebody wants to say, "Good morning, boy," when I go in, with respect, and no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever, and I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
I mean,
I actually never thought about like Jim Crow or racism being in a Cracker Barrel. I was like, oh, this is just where like old white men like to eat soup.
I 100% agree. I never put Cracker Barrel and racism together ever, but apparently that's a thing online to some people. But also saw this as well. This was a do you remember the trend a few years ago where people would say, of course we're this, this is what we do. Of course we're this, right? This is a quick response to what Cracker Barrel did a few years ago.
We're Cracker Barrel. Of course we serve breakfast all day.
We're Cracker Barrel. Of course we're going to know when you put a photo in the restaurant.
We're Cracker Barrel. Of course we have peg games on every table.
Listen, we fucked up.
Yeah.
So there's that. Then of course the rebrand. Of course, this is a great imagery for this as well. The one on the left, the original logo. The one on the right, the for modern audiences here, which is great.
Pretty much.
When was the last time I gotta think like Bud Light was the last time we saw a brand do this much harm to itself so quickly, right?
I would say Bud Light was a lot worse. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I'm sticking to my guns from what I said earlier. We've seen a million other corporations globo homo their logos. And people get upset and they make content out of it for like maybe a couple of weeks to a month, and then everybody forgets about it, and then the logo goes on to be the same bland nonsense that they changed it to. They don't go back on it. And again, I do believe that these are the short-term losses that these companies are willing to forego in order to have a long-term cultural victory. And in order to stamp out individualism, right? Like this is part of it. all of these recognizable brands, all of these nostalgic brands, everything that makes you feel like comfortable or at home, they need to go. Everything needs to be cold and corporate and homogenous.
There's a lot there. Kongman Lee, who's been on the show here, I think he feels like a lot of people do, when it comes to this. He said this over on X. He says, "This has completely radicalized me against liberal women. I have no idea why, but they are on a perpetual quest to make everything in modern life stale, boring, and void of character. Disgusting." Over here. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, she's the face, but she's not the only company that's done this. And it's a very easy dunk to just be like, how could women? But it's not just women who've been doing this to logos. It's not just women who push global homogenization. And if we focus on like just one person, I think we're going to be missing a lot of other stuff that's happening that's not just the logos.
Well, Steak and Shake came in, and you've seen a lot of companies do this. They're starting to dunk on Cracker Barrel here. Steak and Shake came in and says, "This is what happens when you have a board that does not respect their historical customers or their brand. At Steak and Shake, we've gone back to the basics. Our tallow fries are waiting for you. Oh yeah, you can now pay with Bitcoin right there." So of course,
that's a nice advert for their company.
Yeah, phenomenal. That's exactly. And you know what? They should probably take the points and dunk on everybody for sure. So, he who shall not be named says, "I'm black and I never thought of Jim Crow when going to Cracker Barrel, but I'll make sure I do my best Uncle Ruckus impression next time I go." Thank you. He shall not be named. C. Thomas says, "I can't stand brutalism. We don't need every building being just a bland square."
Out in Bunkerland, I saw both a McDonald's play place and a Dairy Queen play place. I was like, I didn't even know Dairy Queen had play places, man. I'm going.
What do you mean play
crazy.
Place? Like a
playground?
Playground?
Yeah, like they used to have inside playgrounds for kids.
Oh, yeah, didn't like McDonald's have that in the 90s or something like that? Yeah.
When McDonald's started changing their setup, they
all went to shit.
Yeah, they were the first, I think. McDonald's really fucked it up. Undecided Dan says, "Brutalist architecture was made to spite beauty with the bland blocks that they constructed. It was implemented to counter the marble classical architecture that fascist regimes were constructing." Interesting. Thanks, Ant. DB Wild says, "Updated the pixel pic to give Blabs the right hat. Check post replies." So we'll need to check on the pixel art there for Blabs here in a second. Anthony says, "Let me guess, they're also putting kiosks so they can go of employees because that is looking out for them." Thank you, Anthony. Goes to Pinochet, says, "The board needs to fire her immediately and reinstate the old style. You messed with my chicken and dumplings. It's war, Karen."
That's a great name.
I also have the pixelation update.
Oh, let's see it. Oh, look, there
Beautiful.
it is.
It is beautiful.
It's nice.
Looks like I got raindrops on my hat. I love it.
Dreg came in with the 10, says, "Cracker Barrel wants to be relevant. How about you fix the quality of your food? It used to be awesome. Now it sucks."
That's the same with a lot of like middle class restaurants, right? Like Fridays used to be better than they are. Chili's, Olive Garden, all of these like middle class restaurants, the quality has tanked. And it's like, why would I go and spend money at these places when they're basically like fast food quality now? And fast food is also terribly worse than it used to be. Like, it's never been great, but it's worse than it used to be.
And it's worse and it costs more. That's the biggest thing. It's crazy. Heinefer says, "When I worked for Southern Air out in Nassau, I had a 5'3", 200-pound Bahamian woman have a panic attack and try to open up the main cabin door during left engine start." Montez. Wow.
Oh, shit.
No thanks. No thanks.
Every time I sit in the exit seat aisle, I look at the door and I'm just like, I wonder,
I think we've all had that thought, right?
Like, you don't give in to the intrusive thoughts, though.
No. Yeah. Cold Acid said, "You don't need to have a plain square to be brutalist. Take a look at the Robarts Library at University of Toronto. It's a giant concrete turkey building. Blabs, see if you can find that, an image of that, please. The Robarts Library of University of Toronto. All right, let's go. Let's see. Lairdo says, Control did make Brutality Architect kind of cool, but that was probably just the superpowers. Love seeing the Foxu on Rumble. Yep, we are live over on Rumble right now as well, which is great. Make sure you guys hit the follow button. Blabs, your face looks disgusted.
Yeah, I'm queuing up this library photo for you guys. What the hell is even that? Is that some Transformers Megatron bullshit?
It looks like an evil lair.
Yeah, like was it Yzma and freaking Emperor's New Groove?
Kronk, yeah.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
I
love Kronk. Like this is it.
I mean, it looks like Dr. Wily's castle, right? Like I feel like we need some sort of Mega Man intro here.
Look at all these images of it. It's nuts.
It's grotesque.
It ugly, bro.
That's wonderful. Great stuff. Great stuff. That's great. All right. Hey, let's go and move on. But first, Katie Astronaut came in with the $20 super chat. Says, I used to work as a manager at Specs and had to ship back Bud Light. People did not buy enough to keep it on our shelves. Yeah, Bud Light went through a tough go for a while. People voted with their wallet, and we'll see.
I wanna see more things like Bud Light. Like voting with your wallet is a difficult thing to do. And it's something I've done personally for things like Starbucks. I stopped buying them many, many years ago. Ben & Jerry's, when they started getting crazy, I stopped buying them. But it's like I've never been under the delusion that like me as a single person can do something to a multi-billion-dollar company. And for voting with your wallet to work, you have to get like a massive group of people together to all agree to not patronize the business. And eventually you'll get people being like, I think like Tim Pool and even Kid Rock went back on it and they were like, oh, it's time to forgive and forget, like Bud Light, they've been through a lot. Let's go back and buy their beer, guys. And it's like, well, why? They haven't shown that they learned anything. They haven't shown that they're going to change anything. Why would you go back and patronize them? Right. And this is why like I like the vote with your wallet idea, and I like that it makes me on a personal level feel better to not give money to people who hate me. But in order for voting with your wallet to work, you need to get a lot of people together and they have to stick to it. And I think that's the biggest problem is a lot of people will forget or they'll do it when it's trendy and they can get attention and then they'll just start going back and buying stuff from there again.
The easiest way around that is just to not worry about everybody else and just go, what are my morals? What are my principles? I don't want to pay for this, the end. And you just hope that if everyone does that they'll do it. But otherwise, who cares? At least you're not contributing to that problem.
That's like kind of, I guess, where we would come in, right? Like we have platforms. We can be like, hey, the more people do this, the more it's going to impact them. The longer we stick to it, the more damage it's going to do, and they'll have to respond. They won't be able to ignore it and just continue business as usual. And that's what happened with Bud Light for a good period of time, and it was wonderful to see. And I think like I bring this up because it's like the biggest example that I have of it. Terra was a very, very small game, but to play it, a lot of people use something called Terra Toolbox. If you had high ping in Terra, you were just fucked. Like that, but the way the combat was, the higher your ping was, you just get fucked. So Terra Toolbox had something in it to simulate low ping. It would help you be able to play competitively, especially if you lived away from the servers and the data centers. And when Terra started, they had servers like on the West Coast, they had servers for Central US, and they had servers for Eastern US. But as the game got smaller and the population shrank, they consolidated that. And for a while, they only had a server like in Texas, and then they had it in Chicago. And then I think by the time Terra ended, they had it on the West Coast, but I might be misremembering. And so when people started getting banned for using Terra Toolbox, because there are things in Toolbox you can use that would be considered cheating, but when people got banned just for using it in general for like ping purposes, enough people stopped paying their subscription that En Masse Entertainment had to respond, had to unban people, had to say they wouldn't ban people for using Toolbox any longer. And it's great to see companies have to respond in that way when enough people come together and make a difference with not paying the company. But Terra was a very, very small scale game. Like it was probably a couple hundred people if I had to guess. So it was very easy to do on a small scale, but making this large, doing damage to companies that are worth billions of dollars, you need so many more than just a couple hundred.
Well, I think in this situation with, obviously they're definitely taking a punch to the nose today. Cracker Barrel is, and you see that with their market cap and the publicly, their publicly traded company. But yes, I think that's the big thing is will Joe Blow, who's on a road trip with his family going from, Tennessee to Texas, and they have an opportunity to stop, and there is a Cracker Barrel there versus a Chili's right here or whatever, Cracker Barrel versus restaurant B, C, and D. Will they forego the country store vibe and go to the other restaurant because of this? And I don't know. I guess we'll see based off their earnings calls. But you make a move like this, and like this is the first time they've changed this in 48 years, right? This is an identity change from here. So if things don't go well, then we said, well, you can point to the white lady, right? Well, she's the one who's going to have to suffer the consequences here. She's going to be the one who loses her job based off this.
Even if they do that, I don't think anything would change, right? Like if people are angry enough, the company will be like, oh, well, she's an easy fall guy. We can get her to resign and everyone will feel like they won, but we're not going to change anything.
Potentially. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what useful idiots are for. They're there to be expendable in your war.
Well, we've seen that. Let's see. So Land O'Lakes hasn't changed their logo back. What was there was the
Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima, like the actual family descended from that lady. They didn't want it changed. Mm-hmm. So it went against the family's wishes as well.
Have you seen there's a push now to reinstate the Washington Redskins logo? No, they're now the Commanders, and like apparently it's the same type of situation where there was the family of the relative of the guy who was initially the logo for the Washington Redskins football team. They're like we want this. We want him to be the logo. It represents our heritage and stuff, not this Commander stuff. And like nobody talked to them. They were just listening to the people complaining online about it. So between them and the Cleveland, I guess they're the Guardians now. They used to be the Cleveland Indians, one of the most iconic baseball teams in America. They rebranded a couple of years ago, and people hated that. But once again, are people not going because of it? Are they not buying, Guardians stuff? Are they not buying, like I'm sure there's a couple of guys who don't want to go, but ultimately, like if your team's good, they're going to support them.
And it's like another thing with like erasing brand identity is it's a way to rewrite history. If you erase brand identity, not that like brands make history, but if you erase the identity, you can then reimagine how those companies came to prominence, and people aren't going to have anything to easily look at and be like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. It's kind of like I did a deep dive recently on how transgender activists are trying to change history for what happened at Stonewall. They're trying to claim that the gay crossdresser was actually a transgender person, and they're like taking him and using him as the person who started it when it was actually like a butch lesbian black woman, if I'm remembering correctly. And so it's like when they change these identities and people forget what the foundations were, it's going to be easier to rewrite things.
That's interesting. And you are seeing that now a lot. The people who are complaining about history being rewritten are the ones who are doing their best to rewrite history to their liking.
Well, yeah, they accuse you of what they're doing, because if they accuse you of the things that they do, they can paint you as a bad person. And it's how, like, they can get away with lying and being radical while calling you like a white supremacist or a Nazi, because those are more damaging and more dangerous terms. And so as long as they're obfuscating the things that they're doing that are fascist and authoritarian and paint you as that, you're going to lose opportunity, you're going to lose money, you're going to be ostracized, and they can keep doing exactly what they're doing to win the culture.
Well, we'll see if people vote with their wallets. If a bunch of people do, when it comes to Cracker Barrel. Yes, we'll see. Hey, give it up for Super Sus BK, who used their Prime sub on us over on Twitch. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lieutenant Siver came in with the 10, says the Babylon Bee has responded to the Cracker Barrel logo by removing the cracker and the barrel. Yes, they did something very similar to our almost rebrand, and they included the Babylon Bee logo. It's fun. Brave SJ says Cracker Barrel has been going downhill for years. Used to be the best breakfast on the interstate. They tried serving alcohol before this change course, but they refused to just make the food taste good again. Real crackers nowadays go to Waffle House. All right, Brave. Thank you very much. And when Sakurai came in with a 10, says, for the WNBA, put a muscular, busty woman in short shorts with a see-through, tight, sexy T-shirt like anime tomboys, to get views. Super Chat failed. YouTube curse you for hating sexy anime women. Craig, don't let the oppression get you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Win, for your support over there. Speaking of the WNBA, Brave SJ came in over here. Says, going to a WNBA game in sweatpants with an Adam and Eve 18-inch strapped to the inside of my thigh and making direct eye contact with the security guard, daring him to check to see if it's real.
You know, they should be happy that it was just a regular dill and not a vibrating one. Imagine if it was a vibrating one thrown onto the court and then it slowly inches around the court until someone kicks it off.
It looks like that scene in Angels of the Outfield where the ball's bouncing around. They're all running into each other.
The thing from Adam's Family just kind of crawling around, just the hand.
Oh, my gosh. Video Gamer came in with the 10 or 20 or whatever that is.
It's $10.20.
Okay, thank you, Video Gamer. That's very specific of you. Says, I think Kerr's probably onto something with everything changing logos to be super boring to demoralize the populace. Fucking bridge. Also, love the Blabs Italian food taste test idea. I'll laugh so hard if she ends up liking Olive Garden.
Bridge I hated. I found out today because I was looking at the Bridge Smart Brief in case there was anything I wanted to bring up today, but there were a few things, but they're long articles. So apparently Smart Brief is a completely different company. I didn't know that. I thought that was just what Bridge was calling their like newsletter thing because it made sense. Mm-hmm. But Smart Brief is a completely different company, and they do these Smart Brief things like the Bridge one for a bunch of other companies. So it's not just Bridge and these companies that are partnered with Bridge sending out these like newsletters. It's an entire company that sends out these newsletters, and they have like activists and DEI articles on their own website hosted. So I was like, holy shit, another rabbit hole. Fuck me.
You're always going down the rabbit holes. That's what we appreciate you for. I think it's awesome. Love it. Sly Rice says, voting with your wallet recently worked with Stellantis, announcing they would no longer make the Hemi V8. Sales were so low that stocks plummeted. Now they're bringing back the Hemi and sales are up. That's how it's done. Kai says, please have Kirsha pronounce the name of the dinosaur with 500 teeth. Her Boston accent will mess it up somehow. Also, can Blabs post feet?
No.
No.
Oh. You know, you just pronounce it like Nigeria, the country. Nigerosaurus.
That's right. Let's not make it weird over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Rod came in with the 200 Mexican monies, says, hello, fellow scrollers, and hola, Foxu lady. I saw your reaction to Caleb video about the Latino entrepreneur of financial audit. Made me laugh. Also, I found a hidden gem, Metroidvania, After Image. You should check it out. Thanks, Rod. What was going on with that, the Latino entrepreneur?
He has the brain function of a piece of taffy. I don't know how better to explain this. Like, Caleb was trying to ask about his finances, and he was like, how much do you make? And the guy was like, I don't know, like 10 to 15,000 a month. And Caleb was like, wow, that's great. How are you in debt? And he's like, I feel like I make 10 to 15. And the guy, Caleb was like, wait, how much do you actually make though? And he couldn't even answer like what he was doing. Like it was kind of wild. It's like, you have to watch it. It is just insanity.
You mentioned feelings, and that got me thinking about the idea of how you feel about things. Total side note, going on a little side quest here. So I'm working out in the morning, and I've been watching movies to kind of help me get through my workout. Some people listen to music. I've been watching movies. I started watching RoboCop. So I watched RoboCop 1, and I've never seen RoboCop 2 before.
Ooh, it's a good one.
I was shocked by RoboCop 2. There is a scene. Have you ever seen RoboCop 2, Kirsha?
I don't think so.
Okay. So one of the main plot points in RoboCop 2, and I'm going to post this over on X because I would love to react to it on the show, but we can't do it over on YouTube. We'll get flagged. But one of the main plot points is there's a lady who takes over the RoboCop program, and changes his directives of like uphold the law, do good, whatever. And she makes him all about feelings. And there's a scene in the movie where his first time going out after he's been reprogrammed, he goes out and there is a robbery going on, and it's done by a bunch of kids, like a kids baseball team, because Detroit is in such a mess.
Yeah, of course.
And he approaches talking about feelings, and he's like, we need to be nice to these people. And my first thought of this is how those people who are like, they want to defund the police, they want to add like social workers. RoboCop is essentially acting as a social worker to go in and get their feelings about how they're oppressed and all of this. It was amazing. It was amazing to watch. And I thought, wow, like RoboCop was way ahead of the time. When this was made in 1990, the idea of him, RoboCop essentially becoming a social worker. Phoenix, do you know that scene I'm talking about?
I don't remember the movie. I mean, I saw it when I was really, really young. But
I'm
it
gonna
makes
need to
sense.
find it.
RoboCop was definitely always social commentary. Like that's what it was always about. So that makes sense.
I'm gonna need to find it. Maybe we'll end. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I found the scene already. Maybe we'll watch it at the end of the maybe we'll wrap over here on YouTube, and maybe we'll do it over on like Rumble. Because I think it would be awesome to react to this with you, Kirsha, because this was way ahead of the game. I saw it and I just started laughing while doing some shoulder shrugs this morning. So
you said that he like approached a group of kids who were committing a crime, and that made me think of like an article I read recently where 10 teenagers were arrested for luring another teenager to the woods and killing him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yikes.
Yeah, that's the kids are not okay, as it were.
No. Well, let's do another story here real quick, and then we'll I'll tell you what, we'll move over to Rumble, because I know we got a great audience over on YouTube, but we just can't react to this over on YouTube. We'll keep everything going over on Plus, over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on Twitch, but I don't think we can do this over on YouTube without getting flagged, because I want to show this entire scene. So if you guys want to join us over on Rumble at rumble.com/sidescrollers, or Kick, or Twitch, you can do that. Links to all that is down below. We'll wrap with that segment here. Once again, we'd love to do it on YouTube, but there's no way we'll be able to do it. All right, last quick hit story. I'll tell you what. Do you want to end on a lighthearted story, or would you rather end on these Destiny allegations? Have you heard about this,
I
Saoirse?
did hear about the Destiny allegations where he was caught sexting with like a 17-year-old.
Yes. Okay, so let's go there. Let's do that. This is
it's crazy that everybody who has tried lying about me ends up having these kinds of allegations against them. That's nuts, man.
Oh, have you and Destiny had some squared off a little bit against each other?
Yeah. So I don't remember how long ago it was, but he basically said it was a clip where he was like, "Yeah, if my parents got shot at a Trump rally, I wouldn't feel bad." Paraphrasing, because I don't remember exactly how he worded it. And while I was watching this clip of him, like, I had my woman moment. I got like so upset that he would feel that way towards his parents that I cried a little bit. I was like, that's fucking vile. And so he posted a clip of me talking about like how jokes are okay to make, but he clipped it out of context to make it look like I was being hypocritical for being upset at him saying he wouldn't feel bad if his parents got shot. I was like, that's not a joke. I don't. What's the punchline, man? That's not a joke, dude. I was like, when I've made fun of shootings, I make fun of the shooter, not the shooting victims, which is a weird thing to do.
Right. This is this is nothing to make fun of, these allegations here. It says streamer Destiny has been accused of sexting and sharing pornographic material with a 17-year-old girl. Twitter users, including his own son, are sharing evidence of sexual chat logs between Destiny and the minor. That's pretty fucked up when your kid is throwing you under the bus here. By the way, I'm sure this is the face he's making right now.
Didn't his kid recently come out and be like, "Yeah, I'm a fascist" or something? Like his kid was just like, "Yeah, I'm whole ass leaning into whatever my dad is not."
Right. Yeah. His well, I don't know what his kid's deal is. I don't have a whole lot to speak on that, but you can see kind of what's going on here. You can see this. It has now been 100% confirmed that Rose was 17 at the time. The time Destiny was exchanging pornographic material with her. anything sent prior to October 22, placing him in direct violation of numerous states and federal statutes. Now, on these individual tweets, they actually have they show the dates that they were sent to her, and her birth date. She was definitely 17 at the time. Here, so this is obviously very, very big. If this is the case here.
What you did leave out here is that Rose, after this was posted, because this was posted on Kiwi Farms, after this was posted, she DFE'd everything, which essentially confirmed that it was in fact her.
What does DFE mean?
Delete fucking everything. So it's like when someone gets exposed and they start deleting all of their social media and whatnot, it's like a sign that like, oh, they did get the right person in this case.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. This apparently, like, this is pretty fucked up. This right here. Holy shit. It was actually a child Destiny was making his now famous butt plug pickup lines on. Like, I don't even want to say this shit, but I guess we will because that's what's going on here. I'll tell you what. I'll read this as... I
remember seeing that. The fucking I've been using one the past 2 days. That's been posted, like, everywhere for ages.
Here, I'll be Destiny here.
Fuck. Have you ever worn a plug before?
Rose responded, butt plug? If so, yes, I wear one at least a couple times a week while I'm out.
That's kind of gross, man. Like, I don't want to hear that from.
I don't want to hear that ever. Like, why?
I don't want to hear it ever, but like, it's an extra layer of like, that's weird to hear because now you know that they were 17.
Yes, very weird. Destiny responds,
I've been using one the past 2 days, and oh my god, it's intense.
Sorry, this is just disgusting. Like, what a fucking weirdo. Can I just, like, what a weirdo this guy is. She says, do you like it?
Yeah, it's so intense, damn.
And she's over here just trying to fucking talk about Minecraft over here. He's all talking butt plugs and stuff. What a weird dude. Did anything specific happen that made you want to try the plug?
You missed her saying that they should get matching ones. That's fucking
Yeah,
wild, brother.
She's just as crazy into the butt plugs. She just mentioned Minecraft once or twice. That's it. She's wild.
They're gonna get matching butt plugs.
If I was dating someone, and it's gonna be a man because I'm not into women, but if I was dating a guy and he wanted a butt plug, I'd be like, I don't think this is gonna work, man. I don't think it's gonna work out.
yes. Why are you gay? That's right. And he says, oof.
Okay, deal.
This is so gross. Did anything specific happen that made you want to try the plug? I'm not
powering up. Just say powering up.
Yes.
Destiny said he was just home masturbating, thinking about sucking on a guy, and he decided to try it. But I think the most disgusting thing here, besides the fact that he's doing this with a 17-year-old, is he said the butt plug was Melina's. He took his wife's butt plug and used it on himself.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing makes me really uncomfortable.
Brother, like, if I have had something inside of me, it does not go inside of my significant other. That is like a thermometer, okay? Because I see some cheeky ass people who'd be like, "Well, Kirsha, how are you gonna take your temperature?" That's not what we're talking about. Fucking holy shit, that's grotesque.
Like, just what a freaking weirdo creep. Like, I think we can all agree, right? This guy, you shouldn't be talking like that really to anybody. Online.
See, I know nothing about what his wife is into sexually, and hopefully it stays that way. But if I was in a relationship with someone and they were like masturbating, thinking of sucking off guys and stealing my butt plugs to wear for themselves, it's no fucking wonder he got cucked. Because I would have zero respect left for that person.
What a mess. What a mess of a life for him. Just a creep, just a weird creepo dude. Like, not a normal man by any means. Blabs, when you see Destiny, does that look like the ideal man for you?
You gotta be joking. You have to be joking. That man is like the epiphany of mental illness and coquetry. No, thank you.
You said it. You said it right there, which is absolutely true. Wow.
Oh, so Lumpy just rated on Rumble. Hi, Lumpy.
Let's go, Lumpy. Thank you so much, Lumpy Potato, for that wonderful raid. Appreciate you, my man. By the way, would love for you guys to join us over there. We're going to go over to Rumble here for this last little bit. I wanted to show you this clip of RoboCop 2. We can't show it over here on YouTube. I'm sorry. I love it. If you guys can open up a new tab. You know what? Use this as an opportunity to open up a tab. Join us on Plus. It's free to join us over on Side Scrollers Plus. You can watch the show every day over on Side Scrollers Plus. Join us over there. And while you're at it, you can support Kirsha over there as well. If you want to pay to support and watch King of the Cart and everything we have going on over there, that'd be outstanding. But first, we got to get to some of your support. Well, we'll get to all of your support. Get it for Draken, who came in as a Prime member, as well as Bigglesworth, who came in as a Prime member over on Twitch. Thank you guys very much. Balia King says, I'll say this. Thank God Brad's wife is no longer around to see the state of the brand she sacrificed 11 years for. I don't even know what that means. What is that? Do anybody have any idea what that means? No. Okay. When Sakurai came in, says, oh, see you, Phoenix. Says, Craig, you ruined my joke. You ruined my joke. You gay, so you just hand the Foxu my last super chat and have her read it, Craig. I spent 12 on this joke. When I'm sorry, I tried.
What's the joke? What's the super chat?
He says it was for the WNBA to put a muscular, busty woman in short shorts. It was the one about the sexy T-shirt and stuff. Sorry.
That one.
Yeah, thank you. We have Elias from Display the Super Chats Beardo says, for anyone who is surprised that Cracker Barrel went woke, they went woke involving drag queens, the Pride Month, and 2 years ago, etc. 2 years ago, RoboCop and Idiocracy and Her predicted the future. Thank you.
Her was a weird film. I remember watching that in theaters.
Did you like it?
I don't remember. I just remember thinking it was really weird.
Scarlock says, so when an underage female sends nudes of herself, is she guilty of distributing illegal material?
In the U.S., at least, yes.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but
there was a case with. Do you guys remember the TV show Catfish?
I do. Yeah.
So there was a catfish that was an underage girl catfishing some guy. I can't remember if he was like in the WWE or if he was MMA. He was some sort of like professional fighter kind of guy. And she ended up sending him pictures of herself while she was underage, and he ended up going to jail, and she also had repercussions for sending them.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I don't remember that one, but that was an interesting show, the Catfish show. It was kind of ahead of its game.
I really liked that show. That was some great trash TV back in the day.
They should just make I'm sure there's tons of YouTube channels that do that now. You know,
there is. I want to find it.
Tamamo says, epiphany, sudden realization of great, true epitome, peak or pinnacle that could have been dodgy. Blabs. Thank you, Tamamo. Scoop says, Jim wants on. Check your Ouija board. All right, Scoop. Ice Bees says, Side Scrollers being early in the day means I don't miss Foxu for work. Catch up for the ketchup goss. Himbos for the himbo throne. Monday.
I don't like waking up so early, though.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Anthony says, it's almost like you don't like the Foxu. It's a sign of Foxu love.
Yeah.
Matt Hatter says, Blabs deserves to be punished for all the time the show has started late. No whining. It's always
I'm always here early.
Tenarian came in, says, one day we'll hopefully have the technology to put animations on our boxers. Now that would sell like hotcakes. Animations on your boxers? That's a fun idea. Jimmy Ray says, all the situation with the French kick streamer, I think you should be careful about making Blabs eat Olive Garden for content. Are
that
you
whole
serious?
situation made me so mad, dude.
Yeah, well, you want to talk about that for a second, or
it's just like, I mean, I did a huge segment on it on my own stream, but it's just like I don't understand how these people were able to not only do this for so long without getting banned, but have like the French Kick account promoting their content, getting a contract from Kick. It just seems insane. And I would love to give the benefit of the doubt that like maybe people at Kick didn't know that it wasn't exactly consensual and they were taking advantage of and torturing a man who had mental health conditions. But every single sponsor I've had, starting even with GameForge when I was smaller, up until like GamerSubs people now, like I've had all of these people in my stream chat. I've had Twitch staff in my stream chat. So like everyone I've been sponsored with like knows what my content is. Everyone knows. And so like it doesn't make sense that people at Kick didn't know what this was. And that's really gross to me. Like, this man's death could have been prevented if anyone at any point stepped in and was like, this isn't okay to be broadcasting for content.
Did they have a contract with Kick?
I don't know if they did or not. When I was reading through everything about it, one of the people giving the information did state that Kick gave them a contract. Whether it's an actual contract or if they're just talking about, like, the partner incentive program where you get paid for streaming, I'm not sure. Either way, like, I got into the partner incentive program by, like, my Mythic manager talking to someone from Kick, and, like, I'm in a group chat with people on Kick staff and my Mythic manager. So I don't know if that's the same case for, like, everyone who gets into the incentive program. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I can only talk about my experience, obviously. But, like, I don't know how they wouldn't know what is going on here.
Right. But that was a gross situation, but I do not think that we can compare what's happened to the French streamer to Blabs eating Olive Garden.
No.
Just
can
gonna
make a little dark joke about it, but it's still like, it's, what happened was shitty overall and should never happen. And people who try to make that kind of content should be shut down expeditedly.
He who shall not be named says Romano's Macaroni Grill greater than Olive Garden. Maybe we'll have Romano's Macaroni Grill as part of Blabs trying the Italian food. I think it'd be great. Speedy Cake says, hey, Blabs, what do you call a large cup of mozzarella? Italian boba tea. Armis, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships over on Rumble. That's outstanding, Armis. Appreciate your support very much. And by the way, we're going to be migrating over to Rumble here very shortly because we are going to be looking at RoboCop 2 in this scene, and I want to see if Kirsha can relate to this scene because I saw it this morning, and honestly, I thought of the show, and I wanted to show it off, which is great. Zachary says, Montez, hate the new Cracker Barrel logo, hate smart TVs. I used to grow zucchini squash that size all the time. Blabs Italian Heritage hated on Olive Garden as a tradition. Thank you, Zachary. Bjorn says, free the pickle. Doing our best. C. Thomas says, leave it to Corpo and private equity to vacuum the soul out of everything. They are allowed to infest. They are the real back bed champions. Thank you, C. Thomas. Uncle Danny says, totally off topic. I got recognized from YouTube for the first time in years. I have a tiny channel and haven't made a video in ages. It made me want to dust off the old equipment again. Montez. Nice, Uncle Danny. Well, Phoenix can relate. He is a superstar, as you know. He was recognized recently as he was out. So give it up for Phoenix, everybody.
Thank you.
That's right. Modest came in with the 10, says, hey, bada bing, Craig, I believe it was the cat they threw off the cliff into the sea. You could also see the jagged rocks at the bottom as well. Also, I think it was funny in a dark way.
Those poor cats, what the fuck?
Just tossing kitties off the cliff. Emperor Creatine says, well, we still have some time, and since pasta was mentioned with Olive Garden, you should ask Kirsha about the pasta box that made her smell colors and taste shapes back when her arm was messed up.
So, when I had my pinched nerve and I wasn't able to, like, eat anything, like, I was just constantly vomiting, even when it was only water, to get, like, relief, because I couldn't sit for a 5-hour stream. Like, I was constantly having to cancel streams or cut them short. And so, on stream, I looked up, like, exercises and stretches you could do to try and, like, finagle your pinched nerve. And one of the things I did, like, I didn't have, like, a plank of wood or, like, a yoga block at the time, but I got a box of pasta, and you basically, like, you put your elbows down on your desk, and then you put your head down as far as it'll go, and then you hold the box above your head, like, in front of it, and then you move your arms back while holding the box as far as they can go, and it sort of, like, compresses the muscles in your shoulders. It felt so good. It didn't help the pinched nerve, but it did help the pain for a little bit.
Nice. It didn't help anything, but yeah.
Right. Pain relief, I'll take it.
Speedy Cake came in and says, here's an idea for your VTuber avatar, Craig. Why not bloobify an image of Rachel Maddow?
Why does everyone want you to be a woman?
I don't know. Maybe it's my sultry voice as a woman. That'd be a wonderful thing, huh?
People are gonna start donating to you to make you like Finster.
I'll be it. What's up? Spend more money on me. You can see my VTuber feet. Is that how it works?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah? No? Okay. Jeremy's black girlfriend says, hey, Kirsha, which way do you go? Up, down, or all around? Hey!
I don't understand the question.
Yeah. Tamamo says, Ratchet and Clank had all the titles, two going commando. 3, up your arsenal. Also, thank the Lord, Craig never got into Pokemon. He'd have a meltdown when it comes to how to say their names. Yeah, this is true. Mongo came in and says, Blabs, it's not the size of the boat or the motion of the ocean. It's the sound the lighthouse makes when you pull into port.
That's funny.
Marmalin says that the only unbelievable part is that we Asians don't play with our food this much. Fairly certain I've eaten dog from my grandma since her dog would have been missing, and we had many T-bones. Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
There ain't no way this man's coming here and saying we Asians don't play with our food when I've seen Korean women eating octopus live with the octopus crawling all over her face, and Chinese men putting whole-ass live German shepherds in giant woks of oil to cook them, or like recently even, that video of that fish that they purposefully kept alive while frying half of its body, so when they bring it to the table, it's still suffering and going globe, 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 globe. You're not gonna sit there and tell me with a straight face Asians don't play with their food. Shut the fuck up.
Thanks for that, Kirsha. Now we know. We did it. We know we got the Kirsha rant for the day, which is absolutely just give her the runway and let her do her thing. I love it. Emperor Creatine says Kirsha had quite the experience with her back and shoulder. Ask her. Oh, yes, thank you very much. How's the left arm Foxu doing? Is it doing better?
The pinch nerve has finally relaxed itself a while back, so I am in way less pain, thankfully.
Crundle Blundley says, I'm with Craig on the cat humor. I saw a tomcat get sacked, stretched by a dog, and it snapped back quick the way a cat stood up, straight, screamed, and fell back. It was hilarious. Yeah, as long as they're okay. It's all right. Marius says, here's something for you, Craig. In Sweden, there's a word, grattrunka, which means cry while masturbating. I like that they have a word for that in Sweden.
It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it.
Like, I've always made the like crying while masturbating or the like masturbating with tears kind of jokes before, but do people actually do that? Are men out there like jerking off while just sobbing and being depressed? Is that a real thing? Okay, all right, Phoenix. Okay.
Phoenix will be like, he's like, well, now that you mention it, yes, there are. Marius, thank you for, yes. Grattrunka over there. That's good. And he's going, Grattrunka! Marmalin with the den says, thanks for ranting on it. And those are all sexually obvious. Thank you, Marmalin. And Cold Acid says, why do they keep trying to get Craig to have a female avatar? They want the crussy. Don't make it weird.
I do not like that word, and I do not want to see Craig become Finster. Thank you.
I want that. Tenarian says, I got my smart TV and CRTV side by side like a true retro gamer. Good for you, Tenarian. And he says, kind of wish you would have shown the GIF I attached to my plus tip about the animation on boxers. It was fun. Oh, well, I have a Poppy instead then. Was there an animation that we should have seen? Should have seen, Blabs, from Tenarian?
Should have sawn, by the way.
Yes, should have sawn it.
I don't have anything from Tenarian. Hang on. Oh, okay. That. Okay, hang on. Let me open. Okay, I thought that was just a random GIF. All right, here we go. This is it.
I love that GIF. I don't know where it's from.
Yeah, right?
But
what the hell is this?
I've seen it posted like a million times, and it looks like that's a sushi roll.
Oh,
but
wait,
every time I see it...
This is from that new Netflix movie, the K-pop drama one. Demon Hunter K-pop, I think.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, chat says, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah.
But whenever I see it, I just think of her sniffing a giant cock.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I think everybody would probably think, yeah. Mind Blown says you should have a Rumble exclusive with BX and Kirsha. The subject matter she talked about is still very much happening. A 13-year-old was arrested 15 days ago. Feel the subject matter is very important for people to know about. You know, I think that'd be an interesting conversation if we synced you up with BX to talk about. So BX is another guest we have on our show, and she is she's done an excellent job of exposing a lot of her things.
I thought I was on a Side Scrollers with her, but it might have been someone else's podcast because like she and I follow each other and we've talked, and like I know I've talked to her once before, but I thought it was here, and I guess it wasn't because my mods tried finding it.
It may have been, maybe not, but we've had a lot of shows with a lot of different people, so it's hard to keep track of them. With that said, she said something the other day about being a conspiracy theorist. She says, "I'm not crazy, I'm just early."
Yeah,
you know, and I was
much.
like,
That's what it is now.
Game Hunter says, still waiting for the Asmongold Kirsha crossover on Side Scrollers. I want to see the two of them investigate Roblox together, trying to draw Asmongold as Superman and Kirsha as Lois Lane. Montez!
If I ever did something with Asmon, I have no idea what it would be. I would just be fucking stun locked the whole time.
All right. We're gonna transition over to Rumble for a few minutes because I want to show off this clip of RoboCop 2 to Kirsha and you guys. We can't show it over here on YouTube, so join us over on Rumble or Kick or Twitch or specifically Side Scrollers Plus. Go make a free account over there. Join us if you want to support over there. Even better. But we can't do it unfortunately over on YouTube because we'll get flagged. With that said, guys, you guys watching over on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys popping in. Open up a new tab. Join us at rumble.com/sidescrollers, twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig, kick.com/sidescrollers, or the easiest, sidescrollersplus.com.
And
guys,
real quick, if you're on
Yes.
Plus, today we have an event too. So
yes, coming up at 3 o'clock. So we're going to be pretty quick about this. Thursdays at 3, just to show this clip off. It's really, really great. But guys on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in, and hit the thumbs up button on your way out. We'll see you guys later. Have a great day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
All right.